Welcome people to the first video on my new channel, okay? And this will be sort of a mini series to, kick the channel off. And this video is Retatrutide for dummies. So if you have no clue on anything peptides, however, you know that you may be interested in taking them and starting your Retatrutide journey, this video is for you, essentially. Oh my lord, I both love and hate this Ring doorbell. Okay, so before we start, a bit about me. I have been on peptides, a multitude of them, different ones, for around 3 years now. I can confidently say they have changed my life and have given me a physique that, would have been insanely harder to achieve without them, whilst also staying healthy. What is Retatrutide? Okay, everyone is talking about this miracle drug. I know you can't see me right now, but I just did that quotation thing with my fingers, okay? Because it is not a miracle drug. Apparently it's better than Ozempic. Apparently people are losing 30% of their body weight. Apparently it's the future of weight loss medication. And low-key, all those things might be true. However, I'm here to tell you a bit more about it. Now, why is everybody suddenly talking about Retatrutide? Retatrutide is not getting attention because it's got a big company like Coca-Cola backing it, It's not being pushed by marketing. It's being pushed because the trials came out amazing. I'm sure you've heard creators throwing around words like GIP, GLP-1, and glucogen. Before you know it, you're lost, okay? You don't know what any of this means, and it means nothing to you. Essentially, your body has different systems that influence your weight. One helps control how hungry you feel, another affects how full you feel after eating, and another influences how your body manages that energy, okay? Drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro will only hit one of these pathways, okay? In my opinion, obviously, why Retatrutide is better is because it hits all three, okay? It's a triple antagonist, so pretty much it means it will make you feel less hungry, it will make you feel more full after eating, and it will also make it so that your body manages energy better. Now, does that mean that it melts fat? All the dudes on Instagram who hold their belly and shake it around for some reason, they all seem to do that and say that, Retatrutide helped them get rid of this. It burns fat whilst you sleep, you'll never have to diet again. If that were true, nutrition coaches would be unemployed forever. However, unfortunately, they still exist. The reality is, Retatrutide doesn't make calories stop existing, it just makes it easier to avoid them, okay? You're still gonna have to put in the work, but it will make the road easier. Calories in, calories out will always exist. You're not gonna get rid of the calorie deficit and lose weight, it's just gonna make it easier to achieve a calorie deficit, Now, where did the 30% number come from? If you don't know what I'm talking about, everyone's saying, oh, it helps you lose 30% of your body weight, this, and that. However, that is low-key true, okay? Researchers followed adults with obesity, or a lot of fat on them, for a span of 48 weeks, okay, in the first big Retatrutide study. The highest dosed group lost an average of 24% of their body weight, okay? Pretty insane, a massive result. And that's on average, so pretty much everyone got results. Then an even larger phase 3 trial took part, including more than 2,000 adults, and the trial lasted 80 weeks, okay? In the highest dosed group, participants lost an average of 28% of their body weight. Even higher. So if you started at 250 pounds, which, I hope none of you are, and if you are, I hope that is just pure muscle, that would average out to roughly 70 pounds of weight lost over the course of the study. However, the part nobody mentions is that the 30% decrease in body weight happened over 80 weeks, okay? That is roughly a year and a half of weight loss, which is monitored, all done safely, and to protocol using actual Retatrutide, okay? Not some rice powder put in a vial that a sketchy company has told you is Retatrutide. It's using actual Retatrutide, okay? 99.9% purity. You're not going to take Retatrutide and one day wake up with a shredded six-pack. Unfortunately, that is not how that works. You will still need to put effort in. However, Retatrutide will get you to the leanest you will ever be, okay? And it will make the journey there a lot easier than it would have been otherwise. However, you should not take Retatrutide if you do not know what you're talking about. Now, you do not need to be an expert. However, you do need to know an expert. That is where I come in. So there will be a link in the description of this video to either my school community or a waitlist for my school community, okay? Whichever one of those is in the description. If the school community has not been launched, we are launching in a maximum of 2 weeks, okay? It is pretty much me holding your hand through your journey with peptides. And if you are interested in taking them, not just Retatrutide, I will be pushing out content on all peptides that benefit people, and the ones that have changed my life. So if you are interested, join the school community, join the waiting list, and, get some help and change your life and look better than ever, feel better than ever, and be better than ever. So final thoughts, is Retatrutide exciting? Obviously, we are all very excited, I'm sure everyone here is on the edge of their seats. And if you guys are interested, this is going to be obviously a little mini series to start off the channel. So watch the next video, which is what actually happens in your first month of starting Retatrutide. Like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.